Alright, so I guess I'm throwing my beanie into the ring, so to speak. I've seen other people make these videos and I thought, you know what, why not? I'll mostly be playing on default settings, so zombies will respawn and act normally. However, I will be turning on multi-hit because I'm a wuss. I have a metric ton of cool mods. Here's a list if you're interested. I don't think any of them are OP or disrupt the general feel of the game. I'll be starting as an unemployed, thirsty, unfit, very underweight, cowardly, claustrophobic, thin-skinned, slow-healing, slow-reading smoker that's prone to illness with a weak stomach. Also, I can't drive for shit, so you know this'll be good. But to have any hope of survival, I'll also be a cat-eyed, dexterous, wakeful, graceful, outdoors brawling, gymnast, baseball-playing hunter that's strong, handy, and organized. So it balances out, sort of. The logic, if I'm allowed to call it that, behind this atrocious combination of traits is that I'll start off weak, which ironically is when the game is the hardest, and gradually I'll become stronger. And the game should become easier as I get rid of some of these negative traits. So like all proper good gentlemen and scholars, I always start out in Rosewood, because objectively, it's the best start. If you disagree, you're a communist heathen and will promptly be burned at the stake by the Ministry of Truth. While you contemplate that, I'm searching the house for useful stuff. Weapons, food, books, etc. I have to get fat ASAP. Definitely don't need a radio-attracting hot single MILFs in my area. I think I pretty much maxed out my luck with this find. It's all downhill from here, folks. I was so distracted by the hiking bag, I forgot about the starting cooking lesson. As I said earlier, I gotta get fat ASAP, so I cook whatever I find and I keep the rest. I check the shed, praying for a crowbar, but after the hiking bag, finding even a pack of cigarettes might be asking too much. Like all high-skilled people, I want to base in the Church of the Water Mages, aka the fire station. Okay, when I said I was gonna be weak at the start, I didn't think I was gonna be tickling the zombies. Look at this shit. This damage is so low, I might as well be healing them. Fuck this, I'm out. I'm at the Church of Salvation. Now, I just gotta finagle my way in between these Zeds. Here's my inconspicuous trait working as intended. And of course, more coming. Easy peasy. Let me just sweep the ground floor, see what's up. Couple of peeping toms at the window. Lights off while I check out the loot. Kind of slim picking so far. Usually this place is packed with good equipment. Luckily, there's some firefighter gear. And of course, on the very last shelf, the best weapon in gaming history. Courtesy of Dr. Freeman. Damn, my damage sucks even with a weapon I have a boost for. This is gonna be about as pleasant as a rectal exam. Okay, so I slowly secure the top floor, one damage at a time. I gotta get a couple of planks so I can secure the stairs. I mean, look at this. I got a carpentry level before I got 2 planks. If you think this is cheating, write your complaint in MS Paint and throw your computer out the window. Okay, finally, a moment to unclench. I leave my perishables in the fridge, like a responsible adult. And like an unresponsible adult, I forget to watch the TV. I organize my loot, clean up all the junk, and take a nap. First, gotta get a proper bed. That zombie is still at it. Whoever made that door should get a raise. I remember to watch the TV this time. I'm not gonna cook a damn thing, so this is about as useful as a third nipple. I leave the safety of our lovely nest and I bash some brains in. Again. I didn't even know damage this low was possible without being exhausted and dying from syphilis. But we work with what we've got. So, first order of business is to gather supplies and boost the carpentry skill, so I can start setting up the base for long-term survival. Standard stuff. I also steal some curtains for the base. This is a nice find early on, but I can't carry it at the moment, and not much else was here. Looting pattern continues from house to house, stealing food, supplies, just about anything that's not bolted to the floor, occasionally stopping to cook food. Because at the moment, I look like Christian Bale. And the goal is to look like Christian Bale. And finally, we got ourselves another Woodology level. Some zombarinos spotted me, so I tried to be pro by waiting by the fence to stomp on their head. Worked like a chump. I go back to base to unload, secure the windows, kill the perimeter zombies. No point in trying to kill more in this state, so I went to bed. Day 2 is pretty much the same. I still do damage like I'm dying from space gonorrhea. Unfortunately, this window won't open, so I'm forced to use the skeleton key. Hopefully nobody heard that. This is basically all there is to do now. Loot houses, stock the base, read books about lumbernetics while watching TV about plywoodonics. I keep reading until the next TV show got a point in fishing, in a place with no water. Perfect. I ate some more food and went to bed. I pretty much spent the entire next day reading, eating, and watching TV. It's kinda sad that my real life is the same as my zombie post-apocalyptic life. Now comes the repetitive part. Killing zombies so that I can loot houses, so that I can stock up the base, so I can live longer, so that I can kill even more zombies, so that I can loot even more houses, so that I can live even longer, etc., etc., etc. This is more or less the meta of the game. There's not much else to do. On day 7, I just cleared the police station so I can get some smokes and an extra jug of water. Then I continued looting the rest of the neighborhood. Day 9 is the helicopter event, so I just stay inside reading. Next day I just ate because I'm still not at the optimal weight. And later killed the zombies the chopper attracted. There were a lot of zombies. I definitely didn't expect the crowbar to lose so much durability. Went to bed hugging my dying crowbar. Next few days I spent looting houses, dismantling furniture, and gathering materials. And I'm such a poor excuse for a human, I gain fitness just by existing. Had to use a baseball bat for a little bit because I still haven't found a replacement crowbar. I just keep looting all the houses, and I'm finally at a decent weight. The looting continues, and this is what the map looks like after a few more days. And after getting carpentry level 7, I decide to fortify the base a little with all the planks I've collected. Now, I'm no expert in this game, but I think zombies can't respawn in areas that have closed off pathing. So, I get to work. Over the next couple of days, I lay down all the planks for the walls and start building. However, while I was fully immersed in role-playing as a Warcraft 3 peasant, I got carried away and forgot to prepare for the power shut-off, which of course happened. So, I put a pause on building the wall and decide to get gas from one of the gas stations so I can power the generator. But now I need a car because I can't carry the generator all the way up there. Now, this was a bit of an adventure and quite the side quest because I had to check every car in the area to see if it had any gas in it. And since I couldn't hotwire cars yet, I also had to find keys for a car that actually runs. Found some gas, then some bashed skulls and burned out shoes later, I finally find the car. We are in business. So, I get the generator, make my way to the station. Look at this shit show. Okay, no way I can kill all of them, so I lose them around the building. Quickly fill it up with gas and...
How could this happen to me?
Sweet mother of God. Okay, it's been a year since I've actively played this game, so I forgot one very crucial thing. You need a magazine to operate the generator. This was a huge problem because, as you know, I've already searched through most of the town with only a few places left where magazines spawn. And the first step to solving every problem is ignoring it and taking a nap in the gas station. I looked everywhere. The nearby car shop, the local bookshop, every single mailbox. The bus is a nice find, I'll use this for later. But since I found some money at the gas station, I finally get to do this.
This is Nighthawk. Come in, Alpha. Alpha, do you read?
Nighthawk, this is Hunk from Alpha Team.
It's nothing special, it's just a cosmetic mod. The protection is the same as if you're wearing a helmet, boots, gloves, and overalls. But even though I look fly as fuck, I'm still a hobo with no electricity. So I keep searching. Everywhere. The South gas station, every store. Out of desperation, I double-check the bookstore, every mailbox, every garage, every house, the school library, and finally, after 5 days of searching, or technically 26 total days of playing, I found it. Roughly this distance from my starting house. But no, I had to beeline it for the shitty fire station. But alright, it's done. In the morning, I walked to the gas station to finish the job. Connected the generator, filled up the cans, filled up the car, and bolted out of there. Took care of the zombies the car attracted. And now, for my greatest trick. And I know it might not be a big deal for some of you, but this is how it felt for me.
I did it. Fire! Yes! Look what I have created! I have made fire! I have made fire!
I genuinely thought I wouldn't find the magazine in the entire town. But now that we left the Stone Age, I spent the next day finishing the wall. Alright, fortress is shaping up nicely. Now the backyard will be zombie free. But no fortress is complete without ramparts, so that's next. First, some stairs so I have access to the top floor. Now, not all of these tiles are walkable. The easiest way to check is to use the walk to command. If the tile highlight is green, you can walk it. If it's red, you're gonna be dead. So next come the ramparts. I just built this and they already want to tear it down. Move the generator to the rampart for easier refueling. Next day, I planted some cabbages. Alright guys, so full disclosure, I think this is pretty much it. Once you reach this stage of the game, it's over. You have food, water, gas, and enough electrical components to keep fixing the generator for a long time. Even if you start running low on anything, you can always drive to a nearby town and strip mine it for resources, get back to base, and continue stockpiling the most important things. Toilet paper and hairspray, of course. So as far as I'm concerned, there's not much else to do in this game, except expose yourself to pointless danger for the sake of not going insane. It's no secret this game has no real endgame or goals, and I don't think this will be fixed in the upcoming Build 42, but that's a different video. So I wouldn't blame anyone if they stopped watching the video right here. In fact, you're a gentleman and a scholar if you made it this far. However, the title says a year, so that's what I'm gonna do. The rest of this video will be a rapid-fire, condensed, itemized list of all the things I've done from this point onward to reach that goal. So, after I planted some crops, I've read some books, towed in a car to train mechanics, exercised, fixed the broken door downstairs, stripped half of the town of all its metal, boiled rainwater, brought the bus to the base, which I'll upgrade later, stole batteries, got a van because it has more cargo space than the caravan, harvested crops. This is the result of all the metal hoarding, and with a high enough metalworking level, I upgraded the bus into a mobile fortress. This was necessary because of my Sunday driver trait. If I got stuck in a horde without any protection, I'd be dead. Redecorated the interior, prepared it for longer trips. First trip are these warehouses. Since I have the Sunday driver trait, I'll always edit out the driving, so I'm the only one who has to suffer. Looted the whole place, found some solar panels, moved the generator and set up the solar array. It's complete trash, the mod is horrible, but it is what it is, it's kinda working. Set up an irrigation system, planted some more crops, finished the tool shed and added a railing so I don't fall down. Also added a door for easier roof access. After that, went on a massive raid around the map. First, I went to Martridge, then I went to this gun store here. And another one up here. Went all the way up here. Raided this big warehouse, the hardware store here, then raided this town down here, then part of West Point, then went up here to this warehouse, then all the way back to Moldra. Got the warehouses here, and this warehouse, and storage units, and finally back home. In the meantime, I trapped, exercised, boosted my mechanics, and cleaned almost the entire prison. I was sure I was gonna die doing it, but it ended up being way easier than expected. So after all of that, I have a ton of general materials, a massive armory, enough metal to build metal gear, and enough food to feed Knox County. All of these shelves and cupboards are full of food. So what's the next step? Move to Louisville, of course. So I packed everything into the bus. Yes, I even took the TV. This is what that insanity looks like. The bus weighs 800 tons now. It truly pains me to leave Rosewood. I like it here, it's cozy. I even painted my giant wall. But oh well, we're on our way. After 40 years of driving, we're finally here. Kill the zombies, plug up the holes. Yeah, this is A-tier cheesing, but hear me out. I've done this before with normal walls. It doesn't make much of a difference, except for occasionally having to repair it. It never gets bad enough that it'll get you killed. So it's more of a nuisance than a threat. The reason I chose this house is because the metal walls should act like visual blockers, so even if there's zombies on the other side, they won't feel compelled to chase after me. Also, nice fishing spot, plus the gas station is across the street. I started moving in, first the solar array, the workshop, gun storage, and the kitchen. Set up a farm with irrigation, looted the neighborhood. Looted the big hunting store, played a bit with the guns, raided the big warehouse, the storage units, pretty much anything useful. Slowly made my way downtown and killed everything in sight. Clearing downtown with a crowbar took forever. Raided the mall, the local gun store. Eventually, I decided all that ammo shouldn't go to waste. Shooting with the suppressor was fun. Default guns suck. After that, I burned down half of downtown. That's about it, folks. I spent the rest of my days just gardening, fishing, farming, etc. These are my skills at the end. So, 1 full year later, this is where we're at. I've got enough food to feed Louisville, enough water and fuel to power Kentucky, a massive workshop, and a near infinite supply of food. There is nothing else to do in this game. We've conquered everything. There's only one thing left to do. Thanks for watching.